a man doesn't cry. A man is not supposed to cry. A man must be strong. There are days whereby I would want to talk to them and they are not there.
Okay.
At some point, I'd feel Uguti, they are using me, because I have to be there for them. But when I need them, they are not there for me. The hating thing is that you have to suffer and you've got family. Everyone has their own problems. No one is there to entertain your man-made problems.
Welcome to Tranquil Transformation, a sanctuary for those on the journey of self-discovery and renewal. Here we believe that tranquility is not the absence of challenges, but the calm that follows when we embrace change with an open heart. Tranquil Transformation is about finding peace in the midst of the life storms, discovering the stillness within, and allowing it to guide you through the most profound transformations. Transformation is not just about change, it's about awakening to a new version of yourself, one that has been shaped and strengthened by life's experiences. It's a process of breaking, healing, and emerging anew, like a butterfly from a cocoon, ready to spread its wings and soar. In this place, we explore the art of becoming, of turning pain into purpose, struggles into strengths, and dreams into reality. Whether you're navigating life's twists and turns or simply seeking inspiration, Tranquil Transformation invites you to a journey with us as we uncover the beauty in every moment of growth. Good day, Tranquil Transformation family. Welcome to Tranquil Podcast, where we sit down and have conversations, get stories about the human experience, get stories about challenges that we go through and the realities of it. And not only that, also just sharing the growth that comes after that. So, in this session, in this episode 5, we will be talking about men having to be vulnerable. Do they really feel safe when they have to do that? So we're going to tap into the realities of it. So just a little bit of context. What I'm trying to say is that we've been introduced to the past that as a man, you need to be strong. And strong was resembled as somebody who is having control, somebody who is having more demeanor over you. That's what has been introduced. But we want to redefine what strength is. And then once we have redefined that, we also want to redefine vulnerability. So we've been introduced that vulnerability, when you cry, it's being classified as weakness. We want to change all of that because there's a lot of stigmatization. Yes, I can see that we've made such a huge progress in helping our men to be vulnerable. But do they really still feel safe? And what are we missing for them to really come out? So we're going to be touching on that. I'm not alone. I'm with Archie. And this discussion is not only for the men, it's open up also to the ladies, to our colleagues, to the people that we relate in on our daily basis so that we can create an atmosphere where men can come, talk to us, and also just bridge that gap that we have so that people can walk away feeling heard and also feeling that they can get strength to continue this journey because it is hard and it can be hard. So, yes, I'm not alone. I'm with Archie. He is going to introduce himself and thank you for coming.
Thank you so
It's
much.
lovely
Thank you
having
so
you.
much. Yeah.
So, yeah, let me just allow you to actually tell us who you are. We normally ask that famous question here. I don't want to give you titles.
I'm Archibald Mokobu, Mushimanako Sosha,
Yeah.
from a country called Jubilee.
Oh,
Sosha
okay.
Ngube
Ooh.
has its own country called Jubilee.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
you've got toll gates there.
Yeah, we've got toll gates there. When you enter Jubilee, we stop you and we search. Yeah, that's Jubilee. But I'm a young boy, or should I say a young man who has made it in life through prayer, number one. Number two, getting help from people, you know. I'm a young man who has made it mobile pilong because of passion driven. I've made it because of I believed more in myself, more than I expected people to believe in me. Number one. So yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah, I normally say ke papa banyana, papa Remikantse. Remikantse is my daughter.
She's so pretty.
The most angel. Guys, my daughter is the best.
We're sending a squad of bodyguards, you know? Yeah.
You know when it comes to Remo,
Yeah.
I think everything with me is Remo.
Oh.
Yeah, Remo is my world. Remo is the child that I would say I've experienced lerato la Modimo thata ka Remo. Because now Remo showed me gore ka nnete Modimo a kgona. That's a story for another day. But when I look at Remo, I see God.
Okay.
You know, I see God and I'm like, okay, now, ka nnete, 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 Modimo, you've been through for me. On this one, you've been through for me. Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. It's nice and sweet. Sweet and short.
Yeah, very.
And like I said, we really struggle to find you on social media. Just tell us a little bit about your career for the people who don't know yet. But yeah, they would love to maybe just tap into that side of
Well,
yours.
Archie is a low life person. Archie is a submarine.
Okay.
And I think I've fallen in love with me living a submarine life, you know? Because one thing that I've noticed is that sometimes we speak things and we speak too much. And once we speak things, we say things in order to be accommodated. You know, you would even lie because you just want to be accommodated as a man. You want to feel big as a man. You understand? So there was a time in my life where I just told myself, you know what? You need to come back to your senses. And I remember that I would love to say this. I was really helped by my younger brother. My youngest brother, there was a time we were going through a conflict and he says to me, Abuti, I love you, but this is not who you are. You really need to come back because you are losing us, you know. You are making us to be ashamed in a way. You understand? It was bad when he said it, you know, but when coming to look at it and I'm like, Mara, Ntwanaka really am frustana because he tells me the truth in love. You know, he tells me the truth in a position whereby I need to find myself. I need to be a bigger brother to them and show them love. You understand? But now, if I continue to create this image that Archibald has everything, you know, Archibald's life is perfect. And then you are perfect, but behind closed curtains, you are not. Because you would say things, you would say, I've got millions now, and you go home to an empty house that doesn't even have food. You understand? That's a mistake we do. A lot of men, we do that. And because we want to impress people, you understand? And now it also challenged my Christianity life again. Okay, how do you say you are a Christian, yet you live a lie? Then again, I'll justify with, but it's faith. Remember, the pastors are teaching us, or you must speak things as though they are.
So you start living it.
So I start living it. But reality is like, I don't have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now people will have a certain image about you, which is a lie image. You understand? To a point that even when you tell the truth, people don't take you into consideration. They're like, he's like that. You understand? And now when everybody starts judging you in life, then you start worrying when, or Mara, why is it that they're treating me this way? Why is it that they are rejecting me? Why is it that people don't take me into consideration? You understand? When you've built that for yourself, you understand? So I came to my senses whereby, you know what? Actually, you need to come back. Close yourself up. So I no longer do Facebook. I no longer do, if you want to, get me on social media, you only get me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
You text me, I respond. We speak whatever we speak, and that's it. We are done. I won't say anything different. I won't say anything what. I'll just keep quiet. I'm a founder of an organization, #I want to be a better father foundations. which is a foundation that is dealing with vulnerable and broken men, because as men we are broken. We are broken. Sithwele kanzima. If ufuna ukwazi abantu abathwele amadoda.
Sure.
Men are carrying a lot of burden. We always speak about women abuse. We speak about your child abuse and everything, but we hardly speak about the men abuse, because men also face abuse. Umjolo yangena thatha inhliziyo yendoda i-great. And then ka o sane ramakala ha re bona monna a tshwere sethunya a thuntsha mosadi ra lebala gore kana o na le pelo, o na le di-feelings. You understand? And now o palla ko to control. Why? Because of re gola under that thing ya gore a man doesn't cry. A man is not supposed to cry. A man must be strong. But a man is also human. He has feelings. He has a heart. Some are going through rejection from homes, being rejected by their own families. And some are being rejected by society. You understand? And horror check the background, their rejection. Baba rejected because of the life that you say you are. Can't you are not. Phela makana lo tena nakong.
No, it's too much work because also wa protect.
Tshwantse wa protect every day. So rather bolela nnete. I've learned that. Bua nnete and then also mo dilong. Let people know the truth about you, and that's it. Stop saying things, fabricate things, and do what. And just be honest to yourself. It starts with you first. Be honest to yourself, and that's it.
Okay.
You understand? There was a point where I would speak things, and I give it someone. I'm like, "Ish, Pella, I said this. I said this, and now it has to materialize." I remember there was a time we had a show called State Theater, and during the rehearsal, I was telling people, I'm driving this car. The day of the show it fell late, 11:30. I'm stressed, I'm frustrated, because remember I said I have a car. And the people that I'm with, they expect to see a car when we go outside. And I don't have a car.
Something that was created by
something that was
individual.
created. Now pressure comes in. The pressure is suicide or because I can't bear this. Because people, the following day, they're like, Kante, what happened to Archie? Archie was a guys, because we were all picked up, but Archie said he has a car and he was remaining there. Where was the car? You understand? So you want to play big, yet you are small.
Yeah.
That comes with accepting. You need to start accepting yourself. Okay, this is my situation. Even though I have faith that one day I will do this, but for now, this is me. I don't have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I don't qualify for 1, 2, 3. You understand? And that's it.
Yeah.
That is how I've made it to this point. So that's why I'm saying I distanced myself from social media. I stayed away for the longest time of my life. My Facebook account, I think I've left it, I don't know when. Because I realized that, okay, you see things on Facebook and you want to leave it. TikTok, you see people posting their love stories and what, and you're like, and I can do better. Can't you align to yourself? They know their motivation, why they do that.
Yeah.
You understand? When you don't even have a plan. Omong post that because I do hore kaosane ko habo batlo mo fa tšhelete, he'll manage it. When o gola from o godisa ke single parent from Jubilee, mama how asa a make a sure fela gore le na le dijo tse enough ka mo ntlong, and you want to
Just get him back.
o batlo itekantsha le motho e leng gore kwa mo mama ha ile papa e ba bereka bo botle. So it doesn't work. So that's why I'm saying I came back to my senses and I had to discipline myself.
Yeah, you touched a lot of things there. I want to break it down. First of all, okay, so I can see that you purposely not mentioning that you're a singer and you're an actor.
Oh yeah, I'm a singer and I'm an actor.
Okay, I just thought I should just let them know that part.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get so much into details with it, but you talked a lot about operating or introducing ourselves or showing up not as our authentic selves, right? And how the lies can be so unbearable and very heavy. And it's things that we create ourselves. And we're always longing for the freedom of authenticity. And you talked about brokenness, because when brokenness happens, you are somehow forced to have an appointment with yourself.
Yeah, true.
Especially if you want the situation to change. With that brokenness, can you tell us a little bit about what you have been going through, in a summary version, or you can take your time? What was one thing that you thought that this has broken me, or a pile up of things that you feel like I got to this point?
Yeah, this one is emotional.
Yeah.
Well, my first breakdown was losing my dad.
Okay.
Losing my dad kind of destroyed me because I longed, to be like other kids. You know, I longed to be like other kids, and my mother tried. I would give her that. My mom tried to give us the best life. Go high. You know, she really gave it her best. But Holim Shiman, when you're a boy, you're at school, and a friend would come and say, "Look at what my dad bought me."
Oh, okay.
You know, my mom and my dad did 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and you want to experience that. I think that's where lying started,
Okay.
because when one says this, Luena, you say, Nalena, my dad can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that starts small, but it becomes a habit, it grows.
Sure. So you create your own
So you create your own life
life, yeah.
out of nothing. And you convict yourself and say, I'm speaking faith. Faith is a substance of things we hope for and evidence of what we don't see. So I don't see it, however, I hope for this life, so I will have it.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that is what broke me, the loss of my father, especially the way he died.
You were how old at that time?
I was 9.
You are processing these emotions at 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, fine, I grew. Second break was when I had to lose my grandmother. And that shattered me.
Okay.
That shattered me because I would go to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother would say, ha ha, ha ha.
Yeah.
Everyone would come, go high, and make noise, and my grandmother would say, keep quiet. But when I come in, I would play my gospel songs. I would start cleaning my grandmother's house. You come in over to it's a volume class, my grandmother would fight with you because she would tell them, Lele wa koloma, nampitsa Lele.
Okay.
Yeah, Lele. Lele is cleaning.
Yeah.
Ne ke tlosa diharedeni ke di tlhatswa as a boy. Tlosa diharedeni ko di tlhatswa ke boe ke di beye ke tlhatswa mabotana.
Okay.
Ne ke le ngwana koko, and I believe what my grandmother is, she taught me tsela Modimo. She taught me how to have faith.
Yeah.
She taught me how to live a Christian life. But I ruined things for myself because I over exaggerated things. You understand? And that made everyone around me to put judgment even when you try to raise your head to to push, to keep pushing, but people would put that judgment because of the silly mistakes that you did, not knowing for one day God can rewrite your story and say, because of you, this, let me give you this. You understand? And that was it. I the loss of the people that were very close to me honestly destroyed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, what what happens when that loss takes place? What are you parting with? And what do you bond with?
With Papa, I felt so empty. Yeah, with my dad, I felt so empty. I really felt so empty.
At the age of 9.
Yeah, I really felt so empty because now I've got two younger brothers, they're looking at me, and I have to be strong for them. When it came to my grandmother, it was worse. It was worse. It was worse because I came in the house. I remember my uncle was sleeping in the other room, and I was with this other friend of mine. So I came into my grandmother's room, and she was just on the bed. And and then she woke up. And then I hugged her. And when I hugged her, and
Oh no.
yeah, that was I've always tried to be strong with this whole situation. You know? I've always tried to be strong with this whole situation and telling myself that I've got it in charge, I've got it in control. But it has not been easy. Lately, it's been worse because I've been fighting a lot of suicidal thoughts, whereby I would say, I just want to be with them because in this lifetime, nobody believes in me. Nobody is positive about me. It's just me and me alone. You understand? But then when I just become weak, then I'll think of my Remikanse, that I still need to live for her, you know? And immediately I would put myself together and say, you know what, you've got this.
Yeah.
Do it for Remo or nothing.
Okay. Yeah. At least we have something that we can hold on to.
At least I've got something.
Yeah.
Somebody, a friend of mine once said, Aramonar, you know, Achi, if you lose Remo, it's going to be the end of you.
Okay.
And which is very true. I believe so. Gore ke rapela Modimo every day hore no matter how much he wants to punish me for every wrongdoing that I've done, may it not be through Remo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I think you heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now this grief is taking place, right? You're getting into your teens, you're getting into your adult world. With those transformations of those stages taking place, who are you speaking to? Who's speaking life to you? Who are you sharing the burden with?
You know, lately God has blessed me with people around me. I've got my sister, who's an adopted sister, you know, Komoto, Gumbo. I've got Bishop Joey Mufuleng from Spirit of Praise. We've been talking. We talk a lot. He's more like a father, a mentor,
Yeah.
you know. And slowly, I'm rebuilding a relationship between me and my brothers now. You know, even though it's not a to-do thing now, you know. There are days whereby I would want to talk to them and they are not there.
Okay.
At some point, I'd feel Uguti, they are using me, you know, because I have to be there for them. But when I need them, they are not there for me. But then I'll then come back to my senses. I remember my eldest brother. There was a time I was going through something, and I remember ke mo ngalla message ke re, you know the hating thing is that you have to suffer and you've got family.
Sure. Okay.
Up to today, my brother doesn't know that mantswe a nkarabileng ka ona on that message a nkutlwitse botlhoko. My brother responded to my message, everyone has their own problems. No one is there to entertain your man-made problems.
Okay.
Even today, I would never remind him of those words. Why? Because I'm one person, I want to let things slide. But those words, they broke me. There are days whereby my brother would be going through a situation and I would remember those words. He once said this to me.
Okay.
Yeah, what? I've always been there for people, but when I need people, they are not there for me. There's a cousin of mine, and the funny part is that I love my cousin. I love my cousin so much. I love them so much. He's an IT specialist. I remember when he was studying his IT, I was doing shows at the State Theatre, and I would come, get sort of the study snack for him. And when he graduated, go UNISA, I remember he told me, and I said, I'm coming with you. And he said, no, they only gave me 3 tickets. And I said, but I still want to come with you. I went with him. His friend borrowed him a car. Now, when we got there, I didn't have a ticket to go in. I stayed outside. My cousin accused me of driving a car, moving it from where it was parked. That hurted me.
What do you mean accused? What happened there?
No, he came out and the car was there. So he called and said, where are you? And I'm saying, I'm here. So, but I don't see the car. And I'm like, no, the car is there. Where you parked it, the car is there. It has never moved. Then he was like, no, the owner of the car says the car was moving. I said, no, it's not true. The car was there. Then he was like, you lie, you lie. Why? Because I've always lied.
Okay.
You understand?
That mask. Okay.
They are holding on to.
Okay.
Now, the love grew. He's married now. He's a married man. He's staying in his house. I remember when he started driving, after he got his license, he started driving with my car. And there was no way I would say, na koloi ya ka ha e tsamaye mo ho so, koloi ya ka e tsamaya mo ho so. But today, when my cousin takes me home, where I'm staying, it's a gravel road. My cousin would tell me straight that my car is not going on a gravel road.
Okay.
Which hurts. Because there are days whereby he would drop me over the corner, busiu, where about my safety. There was a time I was with my daughter and he dropped us at some garage. There was no transport. And it was after I got hijacked last year. And my daughter was crying. My daughter was literally crying. You can touch me anyway, but don't touch me with my child.
Yeah.
Because that's the only person that I would kill for. Now I had to make sure that my daughter is comforted. And it was not nice. But I still forgave. I still forgive him. And it's no longer hating because I know. Not so long when he dropped me off, he said to me, you know the drill. I was like, okay. I know the drill. Ke tla follow ha now.
Yeah.
And a part of me wants to say, don't ever take me home.
Okay.
Because when I go there, it's a gravel. But again, a part of me says, forgive him because he doesn't know what he is doing. Umuntu uyakhohlwa ukuthi phela lento ivile. Today it can be me, I can be good. Tomorrow it's gonna be him in a good side. Is he going to treat me the same? You understand? So I've decided to be in this point whereby I just mend my heart. I take care of my heart. I do me.
Got it.
I do me. And that is my motivation to every guy. Whenever I meet up with guys from I Want to Be a Better Father Foundations, I'll tell them, you guys have been abused by baby mamas and everything and rejected by families. Do you.
Okay.
Do you. Forget about them for a minute. Do you. Make yourself happy. You owe it to yourself. You've got 100 rands, take yourself out for ice cream. And you'll be fine. Yeah. Hustle your way up. It's fine.
Okay.
If they don't believe in you, believe in yourself.
Let the happiness start.
Let the happiness start in you.
Quench the unhappiness so that
And
it does not survive
more life
anymore.
in foster. You know, foster. Push it because of you need that. You understand? You need that. You need to push yourself with the armor. I need to push. Nabantwana, I want to do this thing.
Yeah.
You understand? I want to push until something must happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned the very important part here where it's helping us to really identify the gap where we get it wrong when we thinking that we are creating safe spaces for people to be vulnerable. You did mention that the car, you got accused that it was moving and you were able to pick it up where it's coming from because in your past there was a certain Archibald that they know who is a liar. So there was trust that was broken there. And they're still holding on to that old picture where you are trying to evolve and become better and introduce the authentic you.
True.
Right?
True.
And I believe that when we become vulnerable, we establish the trust. We try and build the trust so that we connect with people. We actually put ourselves out there as naked as we are, and knowing that there is a possibility that one day this thing can be used against me.
True.
How did you feel while you're trying to make these changes? This is a force of change that you're dealing with. And then you're also dealing with the force of the people who are very important to you, which is family. You're experiencing rejection, you're experiencing that you feel like you're not being supported or they don't show up the way you show up for them. But still you want to work on this relationship and mend things together with them. And then sometimes you're reminded that, hey, Archibald, we really don't trust you. How did that make you feel when you feel like now your vulnerability is the one that's hurting you instead of relieving you?
You know, Shaz, there's one thing that I've noticed is that irrespective of how perfect you might try to come up, there's always one or two that would look for the worst in you. That's number one. And the very same people that are busy going around looking for the worst in you are the ones that you actually are trying to keep close to yourself. Ba le boss nanta ba le bona ba le ke bona ba ile hore they believe in you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mara ona taba le bona. Why? Because of abana resource. You understand? Unyaka ba tshwereng di resources can be financial resources or what, you know? Because tlala sometimes can make you do things. That's why I quote this from Warren. Warren says, foster mo bophelo. Foster. Happy later. You know, if things don't happen, make them happen. If o robala ka tlala, nyaka tin fish. And no one ho ka ja tin fish o ka se kgore na. So no matter how hard you try to transform, for as long as people are holding on to this, go tshwana le motho a tshwere nonyane. mara e tshwere ka di-fins tsa ko bofelong. Ena ho ya ka ena nonyane le ka sefofi. Mara wa lebala hore di-fins tsela ge nonyane e ka spreada maphuka ka strength yo tlogela di-fins tsela. Le he ka tsamaya e fofa e felela ke matla because strength sa teng se ko di-finsing di setse le wena mo letsogong. E tlo tsamaya e fofa e dropa, e tsamaya e fofa e drop, but eventually it will grow strength again. And eventually it's gonna fly high. It doesn't matter how long it takes it to grow the fins again. Eventually, it will grow the fins and gain its strength. It will then fly higher. You'll never catch it.
Okay.
That is what happens in life. I was nothing. I spoke to be an actor, to be an actor. Now that I'm now an actor, people ba lebala hore I once spoke it gore ke tlo ba an actor. They are still holding on to lie. Nayaka. He was lying. But now it's materializing, it's there. You understand? I'm booked for singing. Ba mo bookile ko kae.
Wow, okay.
Until when a poster comes out, I'm like, and ba mo bookile ka nnete. Is he, now that they see a post, is he even getting paid or is he doing it for fun?
There's always something more.
You understand? What matters is that fact that I'm being fulfilled. I love what I'm doing, and that's it. Whether it brings money or not, but I love what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is you still guarding your heart.
And this is
protecting
me
it.
still protecting my heart.
Okay.
Yeah, I've learned to put aside whatever that people think and let us work on me.
Okay.
What is it that I want?
Can we try and focus here on the people? If you were to say that I was supported by family, I belonged, I was well received, I was forgiven, I forgave, how will that look like for you? Where you say these people, they were with me through thick and thin, and I'm talking about the close circles that we always in. How does that look good for you? Where you feel that you're not alone?
Family sometimes will destroy you.
Okay.
However, at some point they were there for me. I don't want to lie. My family has been there. Yes, we've got our ups and downs. We've had, a lot of ups and downs, but they've been there. They've showed up always. The ups and downs, the thing, and I believe the thing in every family, but they've always been there. Even though at some point when you look seriously looking for help and they're not there, you end up asking help from the street. It's funny how when you go out to the street, when you go to a family and say, I need help, a family member won't be there.
Okay.
But someone from the street would just help you without even looking back.
Okay.
I've made it because of there are people from the streets. Ke ba bitsa di destiny helpers. I've had destiny helpers. Principal J.K. Mudiga, from Roslyn Primary School. She's been a mother for me. She's been a mother to me from church.
Yeah.
She's still a mother to me even today. Yeah. We've had ups and downs, but she stands out. If there's one person who trusted me with an asset, she's driving an Audi Q3. I think I'm the first person to drive that Audi.
Okay.
Whereby should even send me or servicing. I love that woman.
What made you love her? Is it because she believed in you?
She believed in me and she rebuked me.
Okay.
And that one rebukes me. She's got a very thick voice, She rebukes me with so much love. If I mess up now, she doesn't even hesitate to come where I stay and tells me straight to my face, this is wrong.
Yeah.
She does not hesitate. Yeah. She tells me straight, this is wrong. Yeah. Because, because Rebizana Ntwana.
That's simple.
Yeah, she would say it, Ntwana, you don't want to transform. I'm trying to transform you, but you don't want
And we
that.
need that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm picking up somebody who believes in you.
This person believes in me.
Okay.
Wa bona?
And
But
somebody who
now,
calls you
nna ke a
back
senya
now.
because of ke nano ka re ke botlhale.
Okay.
And now batla re ke tsamaya ka pace e right. But now because of ke nano re ke ugly duckly pidi a matlhajana ke batla ba fast. Now she would tell me straight, crawl.
Okay.
Your time of running will come, but crawl.
Yeah.
And I think that's one person who taught me how to be a submarine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was like, keep quiet. About your things, keep quiet. Didimala. Learn to keep quiet. Appear when you need to appear and go back.
Okay.
You understand? So that's one thing that put me together. And today I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, today I'm fine. If I go through something, if I go through a fight with one of my brothers, and maybe I text and he doesn't respond,
Okay.
I was showing you on our way here that I texted my brother on Monday, and up to now, the message he saw, but up to now, he has not responded back to me.
Okay.
However, when he's going to text me, I'm supposed to respond same time.
Okay.
And I have to be there because my heart, asepelo e tshwarang di grudge. Now you do me bad today, I'll forgive you.
I still want to show
Yeah.
up for you.
There's a time my family took me out of my grandmother's house. But tell you what, today how come bana ke na le bona, you'd never say gore batho ba ba nkintshitse ka mo ntlong. Ke ba rata go feta batho ba botlhe. Yeah. Tell me gore mona bona o gobetse, I'll run ka 3 ya matsa.
They are stuck with you.
Yeah. Because ke ntho e ke iputsang yona re mara he ba latlha ke nna ba yo tlhokomela ke mang.
And you also had experience how rejection feels like.
Exactly.
I'm sure you don't want them to experience what you experienced.
So they don't have to go through what I went through.
Okay.
Even though they made me to go through
That's
that.
a big heart. That's a very big heart.
Because you remember, they made me to go through that.
Yeah.
Now I don't want them to go through what I went through because of what I went through because of them.
Okay. Now, when we trying to reflect, where do we account? How do you think, because there's a cause and effect, right, in everything. How do you think you have contributed to this picture that they're still holding on to versus the one that you want to transform into?
I think the lying part was the worst contribution.
Okay.
Because I laid the foundation.
Okay.
I
We
have
know
to
where
be
it's coming
responsible.
from, right?
Yeah. I have to be responsible for my actions. I lied, and in a way they were tired. Mara, just like any other child, ngwana wa gola o tswa ditšhelete ka mo ntlong. That doesn't mean o tshwantse le mo judge. Akere o tlo gola, eventually o tlo gola, o tlo fitlha mo stageng se e le gore wa itse gore mara this is wrong, this is right.
What's driving a child to do that?
Satisfaction.
Is it oh, okay.
Satisfaction.
Okay.
You want to impress people outside.
Oh, okay.
Remember, re godisa bana ka tsela tse different. Chomi ko ba mo file 100 rand. Wena o na le pressure ka mo ya ba ofe.
Okay.
So what's going to take you? Why it's
Okay.
Why? Because o batla tshwana le chomi ko ntle.
Okay.
You understand? So satisfaction.
Okay.
It's the one that drives the child or aba feletse a utswa. You understand? Yeah, because you want to be like other kids. You want to be accommodated.
Yeah.
Plus, naibile, I was in my upbringing, I was very chubby. So I didn't have friends. In order for me to have friends, I then had to do things. I had to skip school. I know the pain of skipping school, finding myself in a position whereby I'm between home and school. Okay. Why? Because of ke batla bontsha chomi ore a ke gay, ke monna.
Okay.
Yeah, ke strong. Sa wara ke legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
The strong picture that we were introduced
Exactly.
to. Okay.
Understand?
Right. Yeah.
But however, you know very well, this is not me. It's not a life.
Okay.
Now in my life, I've tried it all. I've tried Orela taxi. I've tried Hoba Clever.
Didn't we all?
I've done it all. To a point whereby le motho a ka tla mo nna re o nyaka go shaya-shaya gore no mo lebelela ke o dlala ka mashaya wena. Because
you wish you can write them a script.
yeah, I can just write them a script and say, you know what, I know your lines are not proper.
Yeah.
Let me give you proper lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. And then, so now you're trying to fix by doing the opposite, is by coming as authentic as you are, telling the truth. It's up to them when they're going to be changing.
That's the thing. You telling the truth now, and the truth being up to them if they are going to take it or not can destroy you.
Oh, okay.
Because even when you tell the truth, to them, it's still a lie.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So you'll never be true.
Okay.
Or end up on
So what do we do then? Do we accept our truth and manage our expectations that they might not necessarily take it as the truth, but I'm still going to live the truth?
I think the other thing is put your expertise less. And now in my whole life now, I've learned to put my expertise very, very less. You know? I don't wanna rely mo bathong. It's me and it's me alone.
Sure. Although they are, you did say it's destiny openers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Destiny help
But now, how
us.
do you tell between you having to miss on the opportunity of a destiny opener when you keep to yourself? Where's the discernment taking place, and how is it being done?
Learn how to talk and when to talk. There are some people you don't need to talk to. Or there are some people you don't need to tell your plan. Eventually, these people, they will know your plan and they will see potential and they'll support your plan.
Okay.
They cannot be people from a family. It can be someone from outside. But for as long as when you believe I'm when, then you're safe. The most important thing is to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it starts with you. If you are happy with it, then be happy. Forget about people. Sometimes we worry mang o tla reng, mang a reng, mang a se reng. Let it start with you. Let it start with you. Let it be something that starts with you. Number 2, love people, even though it does not allow you to love them. You know, just love them. Sometimes when you love people, you go extraordinarily. You just have to love people. Le ga maemo a sa dumelesege, mare mo rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to Remo. So before Remo was created and you got this beautiful blessing, there must have been a relationship somewhere there.
Yeah, there was a relationship.
Yeah.
There was a relationship.
Yeah.
There was a relationship, a 9-year-old relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and out of the 9-year-old relationship, there was Remy Kanze. And Remy Kanze has been the joy in my life. It was not easy for the breakup to happen. It was not easy to take the breakup, but I had to take it. I'm a man.
Okay.
If you know, I made it through.
Okay.
There was a lot of depression after that.
Why? Coming from what?
Coming from the separation.
Okay.
Because we put our trust in people. We put our hope and faith in people. And motho tla o faila.
And the Bible does not advise us to do that, right?
Motho tla o faila mo kgweri, motho tla o faila.
Yeah.
O tla plana. Wa plana, wa draw ya plan ya hao, you know. Wa e fetsa, but let me tell you, motho tla o faila.
Okay.
So until when I had to come back to my senses and say, it took me a while. And that was when I realized that mara pila I'm focusing on this pain.
Okay.
Mara motho nnang hetileng o tswetse pele ka phelo bae.
Okay.
O busy. So why not I focus on painting?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
So I had to then, tell myself, you know what, you need to live your life.
Okay.
Yeah, move on.
What was painful in departing? You know, there's some other breakups where when you get out of that relationship, you feel the relief because you were so trapped. And then there are other ones where you feel that it's more or less like grief because you're departing with something that you once loved and it's no longer.
I think
In
with
your
me,
case, what was pain?
with me is that I loved her too much.
Okay.
I loved Mama Remo too much. And that thing, ya gore, you set that goal, ya gore, you don't want to raise a child with another woman. You know? You want to, because I remember I had found out that my father had kids kontle.
Okay.
You know, and I told myself that no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have kids there and there and there and there. I want to have my kids with this woman. And yeah, plus ke mo kry-ile sentse no le monyane, you know, it was just me and her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way mo ke tsamayang ke sa re baby. Yeah, ne ba itse bo hotlhe more baby ke baby. Baby ke baby. Plus yellow bone ya Mtebele.
Oh, she's the devil just like
She's in
me.
Ndebele, yes. And she was driving me crazy. That one. I loved Mama Remo with everything.
Yeah.
And she knew her. Not even once did I even want to see her cry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But the breakup happened, and yeah, you know, I just had to allow it to process everything. You know, I won't speak about her faults. I won't speak about my faults, but I love the fact that God blessed us with Remy Kantse. And indeed, Remo was a blessing, the cream in the relationship.
Okay.
And even today, my daughter is still the cream in the relationship. I have forgiven her. The reason why I'm saying I won't speak about her faults is because of I have forgiven her.
I like that.
And I've got peace.
Yeah.
I've got certainty. You know, sometimes you forgive a person not because of they wronged you, but you forgive them for your peace, your own sanity.
Yeah.
And sometimes a wise man once said, when you say I'm sorry, sometimes to a person, it doesn't mean that you're stupid, but you're simply saying you value the relationship more than being right.
That's so true.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
that's so true.
even now, when there are days whereby, not so long, I think last week we were fighting, and you know, baby mama and baby daddy drama. Yeah, anya go reka this, anya go reka this, anya go reka, and like, hey. And maybe the worst part, last week, it was hectic for me because I was shooting the whole week, you know, and I didn't have time. And she was yelling and shouting at me. But one thing that I realized, and that's when I saw that I've got peace.
Okay.
You know, that was when she was busy insulting me, and I was like, no.
It hits different.
No, man, don't do that. It was me.
Yeah.
No, mama, man, don't do that. No, you know, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fight. Don't worry,
Okay.
we'll fix this.
Yeah.
Sometimes being low, this, you know,
Yeah.
so just be humble.
And it's always good to identify, what are we fighting here? Are we
Yeah.
fighting the problem, or am I fighting the person?
Exactly.
And the other thing is, when you are able to detect that this is ego taking place. I heard it on one of the podcasts, because I listen to a lot of podcasts. So in one of the podcasts, this woman was advising that if immediately when I want to be right, it's the ego taking place, right? So I think identifying and defining the problem, it helps, so that when you fight differently. Can we fight the problem? Can we not fight each other? And then also the aim is not to be right. So we must always just be cognitive of, is this the ego taking place?
True.
Or am I trying to solve the problem?
Sometimes the pride.
Yeah, that
Sometimes
happens.
the pride. Sometimes you just need to put your pride aside. I've learned that.
Yeah.
Put your pride aside and deal with the person.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
If she fights, just put your ego and pride aside and just say, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even though the sorry won't mean anything, but for the fact that you said it,
Yeah.
it will say something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is So I'm trying to summarize the journey. It's the grief, the loss of dad, the loss of grandma. Now it's taking the masks, whether it was given by people or the ones that you saw, that they're gonna be fitting the delusion that you're creating of the life that you wished to have. Before we even go further, I know that we are left with a few minutes. In these two important people in your lives, when you lost them, what can you say with people who have lost their loved ones? More or less your same situation if they were young and it's either they lose their dad through death or their mom through death, or they are alive but they need to let go of them because they're not involved in their lives. What advice can you give them so that they can still see another day coming, but wanting to be the best version of themselves without allowing the problem to mold them, without allowing the society telling them that you're broken, without allowing the culture saying different things, how the stigmatizations that are taking place. What can you advise that person to do so that they can see that season through?
Well, this is one thing that worked for me. We, like I've said in the beginning, that we are being raised in a generation that says a man doesn't cry. A man is not supposed to cry. Ka Setswana or ka Sepedi ba re monna ke nku o llela ka mo gare. The danger ya go llela ka mo gare ke gore you don't take out the pain. It's stuck inside and it will haunt you forever.
Okay.
It's time that men are taken care of. It's time that men are given a platform for them to cry.
Okay.
When you are a man, cry. Find your own time to cry. Either you get into a car, you drive, and you hit your best songs and you cry. Allow your emotions to come out, because the minute you are holding on those emotions, you will never let go of them.
Okay.
You will forever be bitter. Uguti mara, why is this? There was a time in my life I would just say, mara papa, why untlogetse mo lefatsheng gore ke sokole so? Now my brothers man treat us so. I would question a lot of things. There was a time I stayed and I would question mara, am I ngwana ntate moane le bona na? Why are they treating me this way? You understand? At the same time, I'm expected to father the very same people that don't want me to father them.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, because when they go through trouble, they know when to call me. But when life is nice for them, they will never call me.
I think it's Rob Mellison. She wrote a book called Let Them. So she was explaining that, sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times we create an illusion of this is Archibald, this is how he is, right? And Archibald, he's tired of the mask, he's not wearing the mask, he keeps on coming as himself. And that when you come as yourself, you're opposing the picture that I've created about you in my head. So I start seeing you as a problem and I want to change you.
Yeah.
So that you can still stick into that picture that I've created in my mind.
That is the mistake. There's something that I said, that people will hold on to you.
Yeah.
As this person, as Achi Ola wa bua maka and Achi wa irang this that.
Yeah.
Whereas when you are fighting to transform.
Yeah.
And even when you have transformed, they don't see your transformation. Why? Because of they are holding on. It's more like you see this tissue, it's white. You see, it's white.
Yeah.
Now, you take this tissue. I was wiping my tears with it, right?
Yeah.
One would look at the tears. Oh, konje, here's a tear here. It's holohetse. Obana mo go na le dikeledi le tissue ela e shoshobana akere. Mara the other sheet is clean. So people have a mistake. Ya go bona the wrong part, the smaller part, which is a wrong thing that you did. Ebe motho a lebala go bona the cleaner part, all the good that you did. You understand my point? People want to hold on to this wrong. But what about the whole page, alien clean?
All right. Okay.
That's why even now when somebody atla monna re, you know, mamang a re ka wena, mamang a re ka wena, ke na lo go jikisa batho ke re o boditse tseo fela a ba re ya ke re no boela ko wena gape o mmotsa gore a o botse gore nkile ka mo irela 1 2 3 nkile ka ira 1 2 3. There was a time my brother, the one that sent me an SMS that says we are not here to nature your man-made problems. There was a time he was involved in an accident ka 2 Yamata. I was the first one to be waking up, and I woke up. I never said, hey, this person umbulitsa manzwa maso. No, I woke up and I went and assisted him. The last born brother yaka, o ileng gore ke mo textile last of last week Monday, and up to now he has not responded the text. If they would call and say, o gobetse go kae kae, trust me, social nguve it's near. Ke khono ya koloi mo 200 just for him. Just for me to be there. You know? Why my brother would come through for me.
So you keep on showing up how you wish for them to show up.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's funny that they don't show up.
Yeah. But you know what they're doing also? They're being their authentic selves. You have a certain expectation about them. It's still that picture that you've created. And sometimes we need to let go of it because that's not the real picture of them.
True.
And they keep on showing up as their true selves.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is let them be and let you be. Right? Okay. We've run out of time. I want to close, and I don't want to close, but I want to close. Let's talk about strength. Right now for you, what is strength versus the one that was introduced to you? What does strength looks like to you? When you say a man is strong, what does that look like?
Well, when we say a man is strong, personally, I feel a man must wake up. A man must do something. A man must have something to do. No matter kanjani, pusha. You know? Whether utlaka 5 ranta montlung, whether utlaka 2 ranta, pusha.
Okay.
Pusha. That thing counts for something.
The resilience.
Yeah. The little that you contribute comes for something. That is the strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is vulnerability for you now? How do you define it versus
allowing yourself to go through your emotions?
Yeah.
Allow yourself to be babied. Allow yourself to, to open up and talk. Sometimes you think or how bua but you don't actually do that. You are dealing with this thing. Yeah.
How do we create safer spaces for you to be more vulnerable enough without you holding back?
I think allow men to be who they are. Do not hold them. Do not judge them.
Oh yes.
There's this thing, a trend on we listen, we don't judge. I love that. Listen but don't judge. Yeah.
Okay.
Learn to listen.
It's
but
teaching
don't
us
judge.
something, right?
It's teaching us.
Yeah.
Listen but don't judge.
Okay.
The problem about is that they listen and they judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. I think that you've learned a lot of things. So now your listening is different because you wish to be listened to without being judged at all.
True.
There's a lot of things that I want to ask you, but thank you so much for coming.
I think we're going to do the episode 2.
Yeah, we should. We need the part 2 because I think we missed a lot of things,
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you coming and sharing, especially being vulnerable. And I hope I created a safe space for you to be vulnerable enough and feeling that you have expressed what is inside. And I really hope that we take the new definitions, not the ones that we've been introduced to, that this is strength. What I'm gathering from you is that strength is resilience, not giving up, continue fighting, right?
True.
And then I'm seeing vulnerability as a place where you connect with your loved ones, you connect with your colleagues, you connect with strangers, but with with no fear of being judged.
True. Very
And
true.
also with also establishing the trust, because you trust the person with your nakedness,
Yeah, true.
and you expect them to clothe you or to warm you up, right? Sometimes you don't need the clothes, you don't need the advices,
But you
you
just
just
need-
want them to be there. And what I'm also seeing is that even when we do get into our submarine state, when we reach out, we should allow people to help us, because
true.
God always stations the angels
Exactly.
for us,
And
right?
forgive.
Yeah, and forgive.
Forgive.
And let them and let you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let them and be you.
Yeah.
And forgive them. If
Yeah.
they judge you, it's fine. Forgive them.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
They're gonna get your details. If you want to be in contact of Archibald. Okay, all right. I'm not sure if he's gonna share his WhatsApp, but
Well, I can share it. That's fine.
or he can share information about the foundation that you're running.
Yeah.
It's a very nice foundation, so I think you can get in contact with
Yeah,
him
definitely.
there. And I hope we have really established a bridge of making things much better right now in terms of vulnerability. It is strength. There is really nothing wrong with it. And we really hope that we're going to be better creators of safe spaces for our loved ones, for our strangers, but that's how we connect. We were built to connect. Let's just connect differently, and let's make it easier for everybody to just be vulnerable with one another. That's where we get our strength. Thank you so much, Tranquil Transformers. It was lovely having you guys, and please be part of the conversation. Throw in your comments. Let us hear your stories, your experiences, how you also seen through these challenges, just more or less like what Archibald has highlighted in his journey. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Let's have this conversation and continue with it further. We don't have enough time. We always don't, right?
Yeah, we
Thank you
don't.
so much. Any last words that you want to say to the viewers?
Thank you so much, viewers. One thing that I'll just tell you is that as a man, be brave. Forget about your past. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. That's one thing that helped me. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Do not worry what people think about you. Instead, worry about what God thinks about you. You know, what matters is who you are in the realm, in the spiritual realm, and who you are when as in daughter. So yes, we make mistakes. We are bound to make mistakes, but we don't live upon the mistakes. We live to do better than what we have done before. So they might look at you this way, but a new chapter can be written always.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how many times you have fallen, how many times you fall. Eventually, when you fall, you have to rise and continue running the marathon. Never give up. Don't ever give up. Fight. Luela, pusha.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually it will come.
Yeah.
The minute we bona o kgona reka rice ka o sa no reka bupi ne neng o reka paloni o reka cheese, it means re ya ko teng.
Yeah.
Uthi umndebele uthi sitotobela phambili.
Yeah.
Ya siraka siya phambili.
Yeah.
You know, tshwana le ambulance e shianisa molwetsi a le ka morao mara e tshumile engine light e ntse betha wi mara e ya ko pele. Ga ena taba le engine light.
Yeah.
E na le taba le health ya molwetsi.
Yeah.
So a re yeng ko pele.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well said. Bye-bye, Tranquil Transformers.
Bye. Bo.